I see a quarterback that's ready to come in and play. I mean, you see a guy that's got good tape and a guy that looks like he can get better. And the other thing is he understands the passing game. Here's a great example. It's going to be an NFL concept. You know, everyone runs it. It's stick down here, and they call it line up here. That's the concept. Now, the read for him is you're going to take this Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, and he's going to work away from him. With two high safeties, he's going to work away from the Mike linebacker. So let's start this off. You saw the eye focus. Well, the Mike, he ends up moving this direction. So there he goes up there. So now Blake's going to work the bottom of the screen. So let's play it forward a little bit more. Well, now for him, you would think that he's got the tight end right here. And if you look at him, he's getting ready to throw it, Bram. I mean, that's the way it looks. But widen the eye focus a little bit. Look at the corner falling off trying to trap that route. Well, watch Blake. Regrip it and then zip it outside. He plays with a wide vision. That's important in the National Football League. People try to confuse you. You can get easily fooled. He sees things extremely well. You mentioned Ben Roethlisberger. I'm not ready to compare him to Ben Roethlisberger, but I understand why people are saying it. If you play this here, he thinks he's protected. And quite honestly, he should be protected with the way that this is designed. Really, you want your tackle working here, your back coming to the blitzer off the slot. You look at his eyes, he feels like he should be protected, and he should be. But you've got a bust up front by Central Florida. You've got two going for one, which means you've got a free rusher on your quarterback in the pocket. No one's blocked him. No one. Remember, this is a 6'5" guy, pretty big guy. We know he's a strong guy. But look at the elusiveness and the athleticism. That's a Ben Roethlisberger type play out of a guy who's got Ben Roethlisberger type size. That's why you're hearing some of those comparisons. I think he's a fine quarterback, a fine prospect, and in the right situation, I think he'll do well.
Yeah, and of course, Ben went to Miami, Ohio, and no one knew who he was, and then all of a sudden he was rocketing up the draft boards. The same thing is happening with Blake Bortles. Got a little more exposure with some of his games that were played on ESPN.
And so played big in big moments, too.
And he did, and so we saw a little bit more of him. There are a lot of teams that need a quarterback. He might be the first one off the board. Is there a fit that you see that would be right for him if he landed there?
Well, listen, I think he's the best prospect at the quarterback position because of where he is now and what he can possibly be. And so I think there are a lot of teams that would be a good fit for him. I would look at the Minnesota Vikings at 7. It's not the very top of the draft. They obviously have issues trying to sort out their quarterback position. Norv Turner's had success with a number of different quarterbacks that have similar type skill sets as Blake Bortles has. So I think when you look at it in that regard, Minnesota would be a nice fit, especially when you think he would be going to a team that has decent perimeter talent, but they obviously will depend on the running game.